What's going on, everybody? 64 here. I'm casting a game today between WhiteRa, aka WhiteRa, and Liquid TLO, aka TheLittleOne. LittleOne is Terran. He used to play random, but now he's playing Terran full time. Chosen a one race to go after, which I think is a good idea because playing as random, it gives you a little bit of an advantage. But I just think that if you stick with one race, it's better because you're doing the same build orders and whatnot. You've got the same unit choices and all that kind of stuff. I just think it's better, and you can just be a better player if you stick with one race. But that's nothing against anybody who plays random. If you want to play random, hey, by all means. I think it keeps the game interesting. But anyways, so WhiteRa is also known as WhiteRa, and he actually just got married recently. Just like very recently, I believe. He's been engaged for a while, but he just got married. His wife is smoking hot. Check her out if you haven't already. I believe there's pictures on the Team Liquid forums. But props to WhiteRa, good on him. Except I think that she's not big into him playing StarCraft, which is no good for us. But okay, anyways, enough about personalized. Let's get into StarCraft here. I like the placement of the supply depot for LittleOne here. And he puts his barracks out by the ramp here, actually, which is interesting. I've never really seen that before, but the probe and the SCV got in a little bit of a fight there, and the LittleOne was forced to pull off another SCV there to defend against WhiteRa's probe. We are playing on Delta Quadrant here, so there's the very vulnerable expansion right here, along with the destructible rocks. Into the back, you got your own little kind of base down here. So once you have the troops knock down these, the destructible debris rather, then you can expand into the back there, or you can take this vulnerable expansion out here. But it looks like TLO does not know where WhiteRa is actually, and he's scouting in the wrong places. So WhiteRa is going to have a little bit of time to just kind of to tech up without or tech up or rush or do whatever. Just basically do something without TLO seeing what he's doing. TLO getting the gas up early here, and there should be another supply depot going down. Here we go, good. Because he is almost supply blocked right here. We've got a couple more harvesters here for WhiteRa, which is what you want as protoss, because Terrans do have the mule advantage. As you can see, this is gonna jump up here as the mule starts kicking into gear. As you can see, there we go. But it looks like TLO has now spotted WhiteRa's base, but the cybernetics core is down, the zealot is up. The zealot's actually going to either to meet his other zealot buddy. Interesting. So the two zealots are actually gonna, there might be a little bit of early pressure here actually from WhiteRa with these zealots, but I believe that I don't think he'll push in, because once he sees this marauder coming out here, he'll push back, or he'll retreat rather. Because TLO is just going to be able to micro pretty hard here, and he should be able to take this army down with that marauder there. Good job by WhiteRa, microing this zealot and running him into the mineral line here, and then running him away, keeping him alive as long as possible, waiting for reinforcements to get here. And the stalker does get here, which is going to help against these marauders, but it's not going to be enough. As TLO is dropping down a factory here, both players seem to be teching up and not really going for a large army early. Here is another gateway and a robo going down for WhiteRa, as well as his second gas. So he's going 2-gate robo, which I think is a great idea against Terran. I like to, as a protoss player myself, I like to do that a lot. A second barracks going down for TLO, and he's not researching anything, which I'm interested in. Which it leads me to believe that he's gonna start teching up, as he's only like teching up to something larger. The SCV is starting to mine minerals here, so it looks like he's gonna look into expanding in the near future, using these marauders and marines to break down his back wall, because he knows actually there's a third gateway going down for WhiteRa. But because TLO knows that he's not going to break WhiteRa's wall anytime soon, a tech lab going down in the factory there, and 2 starports going down. Yes, that's what I was saying, because there's nothing being researched from the tech lab there for LittleOne. So he's going to go like double starports. So he might go for some banshees, and it looks like that's probably what he's going to do, as there was a tech thrown down from the factory there, and the first starport, which is going to be this one, is going to jump right onto that tech lab there and bring out most likely a Banshee, I believe. Let's see what it is, and he'll probably start researching cloaking, I'm assuming, and the tech lab should go down for, what are we seeing here? Yes, there is a Banshee being researched, or being made rather, and the Star out of factory has made another tech lab, so it looks like, yes, we're getting, TLO is going Banshees, basically. He's going straight up Banshees. So we should hopefully see some cloaking being researched, but it looks like, no, he's just going straight up Banshees. Which is actually going to be pretty darn good against, first of all, against Immortals, because they can't shoot air, and against the Zealots as well, which are kind of needed to complement the Immortals. And it looks like WhiteRa's army right now is mostly sentries and stalkers. I think it's actually all sentries and stalkers. Let's just check out the production tab here. Yeah, no, just Immortals coming out, and the Banshees are going to be great against these Immortals here. A sentry standing down at the bottom of the ramp by this pylon right here for WhiteRa, which is exactly what you want. So you can force field here if anything tries to push up, if the little one tries to stim and push up. But a Hellion going out for the little one, which is a great idea. A Warp Prism actually for WhiteRa with 4 Zealots going in, as well as an Observer that's going to see these Banshees and so and the little one is basically just kind of sitting here. He's not even looking. He's not looking down to break these destructible debris. He seems he's just content with bringing out these 4 Banshees. WhiteRa has seen the Banshees, and the Hellion did get a little bit into WhiteRa's base to see what's going on. Let's see if he did see he did see the Robo, yes, but he did not see the Stargate going down, as well as the Forge. And the expansion is going down for WhiteRa there in the back of his base, which I think is a great idea. And there's the Zealot drop. A little bit of damage being done here, but the Banshees are going to kind of clean this up, but not before WhiteRa takes out a bunch of these SCVs. Well, not a bunch, but a few SCVs. And oh, great move by WhiteRa here. He's turned the pylon turned the Warp Prism into a makeshift pylon with whatever the hell that's called. I forget what the exact term is, but the Banshee's not going to be able to shoot it, and WhiteRa should be able to warp in units if he needs to, unless he gets some Vikings out here, or some Marines. He's not going to be able to kill this Warp Prism, and it's just regenning its shield right now. But there is a push in for TLO, but it's defended by this Immortal and Stalkers of WhiteRa there. And the Banshees are heading back because the Stalkers are pretty good against those Banshees there. And and he did warp in some Zealots, and the SCVs had to be microed away here for TLO. So it looks like WhiteRa is in great shape right now, actually. As here come the Stalkers, and they are going to back up a little bit and stay here and destroy this tech lab, which I think actually I don't know. He's WhiteRa. You know it's better than me. I was gonna say maybe he should have gone for the barracks. Just because, no, I'm stupid. Never mind. I'm stupid. Don't listen to me. Here's a Viking for the little one, which is what he needs to take care of that Warp Prism, which has backed off for WhiteRa, which is a good move by WhiteRa. But here come these Marines stimming up, or not stimming up rather, but the Marines and Banshees are actually a pretty darn good combination to take care of these Immortals and Stalkers. The Stalkers moving faster than the Immortals, so they're going faster down here. And it looks he's chrono boosting nothing out of the Stargate because he's focusing too much on micro. Yeah, so it actually looks like there's Phoenix is out here for WhiteRa, which is exactly what he needs to defend against these Banshees here.